And ciao nice people! Welcome to the stream, welcome back on game development, where we are back on working on our project for the RPG Maker Game Jam. There's, I wouldn't say a problem, because it's not really a problem, but I realized there is something that's a little difficulty spike on the development. Well, I can avoid it, but I think it's kinda necessary to have a more fluid experience, which is the skill information. Let me show. So when you start playing, and when it's your turn, you have to choose a move, of course. Point is, how do you know what those skills do, right? Well, to be fair, you see the range of the move when you select it. Though, it's kinda weird to having to select every move to see what they do, and also to see the damage they do. They should at least show what sort of damage they do, right? The range, the power, the type of spell. Though, to be fair, well, first of all, we should work on being able to undo our move. I want a player to be able, by pressing a undo button, or right click if it's possible, to return to the select of moves. We already have a label, we can jump to here. We do it when you select no move, you return here. Same thing here, when you press the undo button, probably here, when you press, where is it? Okay, here the OK been triggered, you leave the loop. If you press instead cancel, you return to the previous part. Let's see if I can... I don't think I want this. There was some sort of sound for the... This one is perfect. We can even pitch it a little. I think it was fine like this. So when you press cancel, instead of breaking the loop, you return to the choice of the move. There is a problem. We need to undo all the drawing we made, right? So we should call... We already have it. We have already the call to clean. We can just call that and it's fine. We have to clear two layers, right? We have to clear the layer. Let's show it. We have to clear the layer of the area, the blue one, and the layer of... And we also have to delete the target, the red one. The red one is on the layer above. So this clears the area below. Where's the rest? Here. We do with this. Do targeted tile. Yeah, targeted tile actually is actually defined on the first frame, so we won't have a problem. Maybe, let's see. Let's see if it works. So, select move, undo. Okay, surprisingly seems to work. What if I keep the undo button pressed? Okay, I need to press it later. Since we maybe also want to be a little more complete, we could... no, there is no right click touch input, right? Okay, no, we can leave it out. We could have an arrow, but that's secondary though. It feels natural for the player to be able to undo the move. Let's see. Yeah, seems pretty nice. I may want to make it impossible to undo here, but it's not causing any issue, so it's a problem for later. It's pretty nice I can deselect the move. Okay, we have it. That was quite simple. Now, we need to do a bunch of things. The most important one is we need to block off the skills that are not usable. For example, we don't have mana. But first we need to implement the mana in the first place. Because making games is not easy. Okay. Sorry, I was kinda venting there. So, not really. We need to implement the mana cost, huh? So, let's go. Basic attack doesn't have a mana cost, but we need to see if there is the parameter cost. We can go 6 mana, sure, or 4, doesn't matter now. Okay, and after use the move, it detracts the mana cost from your mana pool. For now, let's just remove it regardless. So how do we do? I could do here at the end of the player action. We should bring out all the plugin. So we already have here the bars, the pictures. Oh wait, we already have a better one. Here, battle logic, right? Change character value. The target, the amount, and the type. This will deal with everything, included the mana bar. We didn't check the mana if it works on the mana bar, but we will see. Okay, target 0 changes the hero health bar. Oh wait, this only works with the health bar. We probably need to send the type, because on the hero we have 2 bars. Luckily one is number 15, other number 17 if I'm right. And I'm always right, except when I'm not. So we just need to do if type is not HP, then it's MP. So pick ID by default is 15, otherwise it's 17. So it's the bar we are changing. It's not over though, because we need to get information here, but we can just get information not on the HP but on the max. And here a similar thing we can do. We get the maximum HP by max MP, MP or HP, based on the type. Okay, that seems to work. We may want to test it, but for now we are not decreasing the value. We will decrease it now though. So here we just need to call change character value, target, amount, type. And it's after we use the skill. Or right before. I would go right before. So change character value of the hero. We decrease it by 4. And the type is mana. Should be straightforward, right? Yeah, you see, the mana decreased. You can see a problem though. for now it's 4 mana for every move. Because it's a fixed 4 mana for action. Which can also go below 0, so there's not really anything to it. That's why we need to read and get the information about the mana cost of the spell. How do we get it? Well, we already have information about the skill ID on the variable 23, if I'm correct. Yeah, on variable 23 there is the skill ID. We can just do it... well, the enemies won't have mana for cheap reasons. We do here. So, skill ID. It's on variable 27. The number is correct, right? 23, never mind. Okay, we get the skill ID. Now we need to get from the ID the cost of the mana. Because here, the skill ID is this number, 2, 3, 4. And we need to get this information. Cost. How do we get it? Well, we did it all the time. With the meta tag. So first we get the skill used. That item, skill ID. Alright. I'm lost. Here. We get the skill used. And now we get information of the meta tag. I don't remember if it... what happens if there is no meta tag. Let's see. Let's see what happens if there is no meta... I think there's an error, unfortunately. We need first to check if there is. Well, here we have 4 of the cost. But if we have no cost? Undefined. Wait, okay, so it's fine. We just check if the value is undefined or not. So, if the cost is not undefined, we define the cost. We can do it even better, wait. We can do the cost is the meta cost, and if it's undefined, we default it to 0. Okay, and now instead of decreasing by 4, we decrease it by cost. Let's see. Basic attack. No mana cost. Skill. Mana cost there is. And we need to set the explosion. The super explosion, sorry. The cost is 30 mana, sure. Even if I don't think we have it. But doesn't matter for now. Yeah, you can see the bar went underflow like this one. Well, underflow is another thing. Still, you saw the graphic effect, right? Okay, so now we successfully decrease the mana. But what if we don't have enough mana? We should stop the move from being selected in the first place. And alas, yeah, that's what we should do. And that's what we are gonna do. We are gonna work on the windows. Let's see, item. Select item. I don't know where to find it. Wait, we should check on the command window. Let's see. Aha, we have it. So we need to find the command used to select an item. Not easy to find, but here you have the text, choices, cancel, input number. Here, select item. It calls setup item choice, which is right there. which calls a game set item choice from the game message. I don't know what it does. Parameter 0 and 1 or 2. Let me check what it does. So, okay, I think it defaults to key item. It selects where to save the value and which items to get from the inventory. Okay, seems straightforward. Let's see. Where is it called? Ah, it's defined here. Game message. It's not doing a lot. Game message. I will go here. Maybe we can find some information. Aha! We are getting to the root of the problem. Okay, maybe now we check here. Yes, okay. Okay, we found it. Window event item. That's how it's called. So, what do we want to do? We want to gray out and disallow the selection of skills we cannot use. For whatever reason, mainly mana cost. So I don't know if it's even in yeah, okay, here we have it. Window event item is enabled. That's perfect, because since this is always true, we can now check when it's used. Ah, it's never used. Right? I don't think it's ever used. Oh well, we can work on this later. So what does it do? Set message, it should read every item in the menu based on the parameter 2, or based on, where is it? Here, item choice variable. No, wait, item choice type ID is the one we need to look for. Because we know which type it's trying to read. We have it called twice. I don't know what's the... This one needs number. Ah, okay, okay. This is interesting because we can decide if it needs a number, but if it's a secret item, we don't need to set anything. So okay, this is fine. And it's used here mainly. Includes. Where it's used? Why nothing costs this? Let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Ah, this part is the part I like least, because we need to edit the main part of the game. Here, we got it. It said includes. And we only got 3 of those, maybe? No, we got 4 of those. There is also a null. Okay, what do we do? It returns the item itself and a true or false if it's the true item, right? Let's see if we try to show this item choice type ID. No, I think this will return true, right? Because checks if the item that it's drawing is the one we want. Ah, no, wait, it's 3. Because it's the type 3 of the item, right? I still don't think this is important to us, because it just returns the items. it doesn't draw it. So probably it's calling the sprites here, which is a whole mess. Let's see. Event item? No. How it's called? In needs number maybe. I think needs number is no? Maybe not. Includes, but not even. So what's calling this? Maybe an item list? No. Oh. Wait, we can check from here maybe? Not really. Why it has to be so difficult? I don't even want the 1000 money of the prize. Come on. I don't know why. Random rant again. So we are trying to see what is drawing the choice selection. Because here we only check the items we have in the inventory. We could just remove the items where we don't have enough mana from the inventory, but it's weird. I would prefer to have them blacked out. We actually... yeah, we could have a trick. We could color them. It's an idea I don't like a lot, but if we don't find a solution, there is a way. We could have 2 versions for each items, and the version where you don't have mana is grayed out. And when you select it, it says not enough mana. Oh, I think it would work, but if there is a better way... I think though I like the idea. Though again would require extra attention, since by having duplicates we need to match the properties. Because maybe later I want to show at least the information about the skill when you hover it. Even if yeah, I'm not in the good in a good position here to understand how it even works. Let's see. Okay, we have here. Wait. I forgot to check the rest. Initialize, cancel button, openness, deactivate, set handler. And the start, it's... oh, okay, the first selection. This maybe will tell something for it. Ah, yeah. Of course, it's a children of the upper class Windows selectable. Maybe we can find into some... oh, come on. Let's see. Prototype, select. Okay, way better. Where are you? Here it is. Oh, it's Battle Actor. Windows selectable, maybe. Here. Index, refresh cursor. That's not really what I wanted, though. Now I lost what I was looking for. How, is it possible to check the previous value I was looking for? No. Ouch. It was a window event. Okay, here. Luckily I found it back. I feel like I can get easily lost inside here, in the deep world of coding and programming. So, I went on the wrong thing. We should check when it draws the items. Update placement, maybe. Not really. Wait. No, it's a placement of the whole window. No, absolutely not. Okay, so event item, it's not. So, when it starts, I think I need to read everything. Let's see from scratch. So it creates window item list, which is, the father. The father, I am your father. The class above. I am looking for where they select the items to draw inside. In the start it updates, place the undo button, selects the first value, but the first value of what? They didn't define it. And deactivate it. Then here, this is what defines the items that get thrown inside. This is important. Returns the item itself and only if it's matching. This is the important part, right? This is where it defines. Includes, though it's pretty generic. We should look for every situation in which it happens. So not on definition, but on uses here. Probably this one. Okay, maybe this can be the one. Let's see. Let's see if we get anything. I don't think so. Ah, wait, because we need to select the moves. Okay, here. We have it. It printed all three of those. So, now it made the item list from the items we have, which we know it's using. Let's see what calls this then. It's like a detective movie. So, we notice that it's called only on refresh, which is weird because it's wait, yeah, it's not saving the, it's not returning the value, it's saving the value somewhere. We just need where it's using it. Let's see. When it draws it then. It's on item list though. Here. Item list. Initialization, it's empty. Then... Now, okay, here it defines the entire value. When it's using it, select last. It's not using it. I'm not enjoying this as I should, maybe. Understanding others' code is always a hassle. Okay, here we are in the realm of item list. The use of underscore data, to be precise. This max item. What was this? Okay. It's the length of the list. Nothing we need. Not even this. We need to read the data that get drawn, right? It gets filters, but never used. Select last. Maybe data is used somewhere else. I don't think so. No, it's always used here. We have a similar thing here. Oh, there is a thing in Windows kill list, if it's enabled. But because those are used in battle. Maybe this one? No, it's the same one. Weird, feel like it's not getting used. Because it needs to know which items to draw, right? But doesn't feel like it's referencing this one in the slightest. Okay, this is getting... probably getting the index of the item selected. Here maybe? Shop by, though, it's for the shop, no. Too bad, it's the only place where it's using the item, the data. Weird. I'm doing a loop. Wait. Here it's returning the length. Maybe we need something that returns. Okay, maybe this one? Wait, maybe this one. Because if there is an item and the index is more than 0, then it returns the index of the item. So yeah, maybe this one is referencing the item it's drawing. Let's see. So. Also, we should have referenced the other thing. We should open our plugin to paste down the pieces we need. So we are on the right track. So dot item is the item at the specific index. How many times is it called? Okay, here, draw item. That's what we need, right? That's what we need. I will save this one here. And we need to check how to deactivate one. Ah, here. This function, I don't think it works. Oh wait, never mind, it is. Then we need to override this one. Oh, you know what? We just need to override this one. Because if we return false, we can save this one. If we return false, we could not choose any skill, right? Supposedly. What's wrong now? Let's see, it's enabled. Maybe it's from the... It's not really using this subcategory. No, it's selecting an item, right? It's literally an item list. Let's return to our origins. Window event. The one we need, we thrive, we earn. So, the important part is... What was it? Yeah, okay. Returning to the investigation, it was data that got used here in item list. On the item part. Before it was item at. We should check it. No, we are pretty sure it was used, right? Let's see what happens. Item art. It did return something. Only when we select. Not really what we want, though. So, again, we can since everything that's working on the selection of the skill is a subclass of window item list, we should work off from this. I swear, I should have found a better way, but here we are. Ah, interesting, we can choose the columns. We could make more than one. I'm saving this just in case. Is this one the one we need? Is current item enabled? That's one. No, that's another one. Let's see if this is the one we need. Yes, we found it. There is still a problem. The color is still not gray. Let's see if we can do it here. Let's say false. I don't know that's how it works, but let's see. Yes, it's gray. We need a combination of the two, and or we can just overwrite this one, which the other one is current item enabled, which will return false, and we can make all the code right there. Yes, okay, perfect. We are on the right track. Now we need to understand the mana cost of the skill. Wait. Enabled. Why are those two? Current item enabled. That requires an extra effort because we don't know the ID that this is referencing. Let's see. This item. Yeah, that's not that simple, right? No, not really, because here we have item, this index. Ah, okay, I get it. Because every index, it doesn't generate when it shows the skills on the moment if they're usable or not. Only if I hover them, only if I select them, it checks if it's usable. So this requires another sort of check. Let's see. So it gets the item at this index. So this item is enough to check. So yeah, I think I just need to get this item. Though current item enabled doesn't work here because we draw everything. So we need to use this again. And does it still draw them gray? No. Not usable, but... Why does this draw them gray, but the other one doesn't? Even if they literally both say false. I'm confused. Maybe it got override somewhere? No, literally, I don't get it. Here, it calls this one. Let's see, sure. Let's see, is enabled, should return false, right? Ah, it doesn't run. It's like it's being overridden. Well, I should make another one then. Sure. So check if mana allows use of item. Always long names. Here. And this time it calls this one. Based on the item. And for now we return false. Just to be annoying. And it's all in gray. Awesome. Okay. That means we don't need this one. And here, instead of false, we see what we can work with. And then check if we have enough mana for it. So it prints an entire object. Oh. Well, we can get... Ah, okay, it's the object. So we can directly need the note here. We can read the cost here. Let's see. If item... Well, first we need to check if there is the meta tag. Mana cost is equal to item.meta. I forgot how it's used again. Yeah, okay, yeah. Just .meta. And we get cost. If, well, yeah, if mana cost is undefined, it's free. So we can use it. Else, we check if the mana cost is doable. So, character mana is get character information about the hero, about the current mana. If the character mana is more or equal to the mana cost, then we can use it. Otherwise, we can't. Okay. Let's see. I think we can see results right now. Yes, you can see we cannot use the super explosion. Okay, we cannot use anything because we need to do the check here. Oh, wait. So we can just call this, right? Return, check if mana allows use of item. This item. Okay, so now the gray color and the ability to use it matches. Here, you can see. You cannot use super explosion. That's perfect. I just said you cannot use super explosion, but we can go through it together. Okay. We can hide this one. We don't need it now. And okay. I'm pretty glad we did it. So, oof. We may want to draw with a picture what a skill does, right? Because differently from battles or skill windows, the game doesn't tell what the skill does. And that could be a little annoying for the player. That's why we may want to know the index we are selecting. How do we do it? That's a pretty good question. Maybe we can just use item at, but I want it to... Do I want it to update update every frame? No, definitely not. If there is a way to check if the player moves, changes the selection. Also, I didn't know there was the option select last. Let's see. Like with end page. Here. I don't think there is. Weird. There is an option to select the last, but... Oh well. I wonder if we did the most... a good solution here. We may want to go a little further. To see if we can... We can see where we can select the next item. I don't think there is. Maybe it's on the upper class, in the class above. The item is here. Item list. Definitely there is a father class, a parent class. Maybe it's window selectable. Yeah. It's a window selectable. Where are you, window selectable? Mr. Father. Okay, here we found the father. You are not the father. And there should be now a refresh cursor, maybe? When you move the selection. Ensure cursor visible. Here, update input data, maybe? Let's see. Hit on touch cancel, on touch OK, on touch... Where is it? Wait, there is also the hover with the cursor. Ooh. Here. If the cursor moves... Okay, interesting. That's how it works. If I press down, the cursor moves down. Oh no, it's matte. No, never mind, it's this one. It moves down. Okay. Though we need to consider what happens also when we hover. Because by hovering, let me check. By hovering, you can select more than one thing. You can select, well, you can select them. And then click. I don't really want to disable it, but let's see if there is a possible thing. Maybe this one, selected index. Let's see how it works. If it works exactly how I think it does. So. Okay, here, you can see. Well, barely, but you can see. The numbers update based on what I'm hovering. If I move... Okay, if I move doesn't work. But we are on the right track. Because select probably does the thing. That's a long list. Here. Okay. A little better. So, select is the core. Let's see, window selectable. I'm so close, I feel like it. Window selectable prototype select. Here it is. Here it is. We have it, boys. We have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Now we just console log the index. And we probably see the solution in front of our eyes. So. It's... okay, with the keyboard it only shows once. But if we hover... it's a spam. I don't think there's a solution for that. We can have something a little more simpler. But it's working. So, now. Now we just need to call the function draw skill information based on the index. Wait, no, we need to get what's on the index. Because for now we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Not the actual item. But there was a way to get it, right? This item, maybe. Let's see. If that's more double... yeah, sorry, I forgot to check it, to set it. Okay, now, if I... Oh, what do you mean, this item? Ah, it's another class. That's the parent class. Ooh. So, oh no. Why it has to be so complicated and never get it? Why can't every function be accessible anywhere? Okay, the names, but you can just have fancy names here. Come on. So we should refer to... First let's return to select, here. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Okay. So I can get the index, which is 0, 1, 2 and etc. I want the information about the skill. We could technically get it, but it requires some work. There has to be a way to see the item ID we are selecting. Come on. This is another class, but if there's something that returns index, no. Nothing that reads the item. I don't think so. Ugh. Definitely not. We may have a choice though, because when we call select, we may want to send the item ID. Yeah, we could. Let's see. By default, -1 to avoid problems. Okay. Should be set up here though, not here. We are overriding that function here. And now, when we call the function select in the children class, let's see. Where was it? Item choice list. If I find it. Now, Windows selectable here. Oh wait, the item list is the children of the children. Why can't everything be read from everywhere? I cannot go one layer further, right? Well, as I said, there is another solution. It's not the best, but... So, we could simplify it, wait. So, returning back. Returning to the origins. On window event item. Here, on the includes. Let's see again what it does. What did I mess up? Probably this one. Or something. Okay, this one. So it prints all the objects. There was a point where it printed all at once, though. It was when it filtered them. Let's see, includes. Here. No, battle actor. Item list, here. It filters this data. Let's see now. Here, it showed, it got us the array of every skill. We can simply get it here. Or we can just get it again. We can just copy this line. It's super simple. So here, we can get every skill we have in a variable. So we should probably do event for this. So we should probably override on the create the window. So where is it? No, wait, item. We need to return back. Event item when I created. When I and on the initialization, I would say. Here, when I initialize, I should make an alias, but doesn't matter now. I should define the items that will be allowed. Well, at this point I can just copy it from where it does it. It's an item list though. It doesn't matter. So we override with item list to do a simple thing. We save the data on a variable. Or to be precise, we save only the IDs. So ID save. We save every ID. So for each value in data, I less than this data length, and we loop for every I. So for each I we add a value to ID save. We push each value, this data, the value of the iteration. Okay. At the end we apply it to a variable. I would make a variable here. List of the current skills of the character. Here. By default it's empty, but we override it at the end. ID of no ID list. Okay, even more clear, probably. Okay, now we have this global variable here. When we generate the thing, we can easily access it now. So now, when I will use the function, okay, I need to make the function. Now we need to make a function to draw something based on the current skill we are choosing. Namely, we need to show the firepower, the type of skill even. Something we cannot really choose from the menu we have. So it's when we select. Here, select. We do. I forgot the name. We should make another name, sure. Show informations about the selected skill. And we send the index. I would call it item. Okay. And here is the list. Function. Show information about the selected item here, where we get the index. By default it's -1 we can make. Okay, and now based on the skill we draw something. Which picture do we have? Just to reference, we can have a pixel bar background, sure. Now, based on the index, we draw something based on the ID list. So, we will get the ID of the skill we're choosing. So in this case, we have 2, 3, and 6. So, we can do this. We can call this 2, make a duplicate here, and call it 3. And sure, we can make another duplicate and call it 6. That's how we are gonna reference the skills. We could call them skill 2, skill 3, just to make it more clean. So now, if index is -1, we return, we don't draw anything. Otherwise we draw the picture. Exactly like this. Game screenshot picture, blah blah blah. Game screenshot picture. The ID is, I don't know, 12. The picture name is saved. Should be on the number of the ID of the thing. So this is 0, 1, and 2. We don't know the ID corresponding to that, but every time we have this, and we save the values here, right? ID 2, 3, 6. That's the only thing we need. So this should save the ID. Okay. And here we have the ID of each of those skills. That means we can just do this. We draw the... We get the picture name is the ID based on the current index we are selecting, and we add I don't know, skill. So we can also convert it to a string. So we should change here in skill 2, skill 3, skill 6. I'm not confident it... Ah, okay, we need to set the rest. Picture name. The 0 is the method. Coordinates, we can have 240, kinda random values. The default size, okay. I hope it works first try. It never does. Let's see. Oh! Oh! Okay, you see different bars? That's good, because that will be the description of the skill. We will have different pictures based on the skill. I could technically code it, but honestly, it's faster with pictures, right? I could show text, but who cares? I can show pictures. It's faster for everyone. I would like a simple hovering horizontal thing above. Good, good, good. Sure, it's not ready now, but at least I'm glad I found a solution here. So, we got the graying out the skill if we don't have enough mana. We made the mana cost, and we now show a picture based on the skill we are highlighting, which will be the skill description. Only one thing, we need to delete it after we use it. Which should be right after the selection. Ah no, yeah, right after the selection here. It's let's picture. I should make some order on the numbers, but here should be 12. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's perfect, really. Wow, wow. I'm so happy I'm starting to work something out. Good. So, one last thing. Is there a last thing? No? No, because now you can't even go below a certain amount of mana. Yeah, it works flawlessly. Supposedly. I should maybe work on the under limit of the skills of the bars, if I overkill them. First I should reduce the cost of the explosion, because I still want to use it, at least for testing. And I think the thing we want to do is pretty simple. I want the health bar, or the feeling bar, here, to never go below 0. Wait, it's show. I want to change. Update here. So it's, I would say super simple. No, wait, update. Here. It's simple. If the bar's percentage, if bar percentage is less than 0, it becomes 0. And in the opposite situation, sure, if it's above, what is it, 1 or? Bar percentage goes here, multiplies bar size, which is... okay, so the percentage goes between 0 and 1, right? Let's see. Time left? Yeah, no, never mind, it's between 0 and 1. So if it's more than 1, becomes 1, okay. So it cannot go over 100% and below 0, that's it. Doesn't seem to work like that. I saved. Why it goes below? Oh, very default music. Bar size. Bar size is defined here, but it multiplies. It can never go exactly. Ah, here I made another condition. I didn't set the value. Okay, here. Oh, that's good that I'm doing. Yes! Exactly 0. One last thing, it needs to delete the picture when it dies. We can manage that, right? We should delete feeling bar. We get the bar ID. Oh. Is the bar ID related to the ID of the enemy? I don't remember. Let's see, enemy. Oh, more like show enemy health bar here. Yeah, I add the enemy health bar picture offset, and I add the enemy ID, which is super simple. So, in the player turn, if I kill something, or if a skill overall kills someone, right? Targets we kill, here. So, if there is a target we kill, we can also remove the feeling bar of the target. Plus the offset, which I forgot what it was. Enemy health bar picture offset ID. Enemy health bar picture ID offset, here. Now when someone dies, it should delete the picture. Let's see. Yes, but not before they die. I could do it a different way. I could do it on the death animation, which is definitely better. So here, I did a picture here based on its ID. I could do manually, but it's pretty simple, right? It's game map. I don't remember. Let's ask Artesia as always here. I always open the game just to check this thing. Game map event, this event ID. Easy. Okay, so... Oh, wait. No, even better. This event ID. Does it count? It's a script of game interp... I don't know, let's see. Otherwise I can put it in a movement route. No, it works! Awesome! That's awesome! Ah, it's taking shape. No, I don't have enough mana for the super explosion, no! Ah! Almost dead! So close. I should try also to die myself. First, though. I don't have mana for anything! And I cannot move. Sad. I should allow the player to move if they didn't go onto anything. To undo the movement. And we win! Wait. Wait. Why is the win condition not triggering? Well, for now, let's see us dying. What happens? Okay, yeah. Okay, I suppose it was something like this. It's... No, wait. Why the skill undefined? Well, I think it's fixable. It's time to draw a skill right now. But we can do just a check. It's trying to draw a skill here since the index is undefined. We can do this. I hope it's enough. Let's see now what happens. Get hit? Yeah. A little more. Getting hit. I'm dead. Why he tries to draw the picture? This one doesn't run if it's undefined. Let's see the details. Not like this. Well, at least the description is simple. Skill undefined. Show picture, picture name is this, skill undefined. But... Ah! It's not the index undefined, it's the spot in the index undefined. Okay, so... we can do another one, sure. If the thing is undefined, returns. Ah, because now it's showing the main menu, maybe? No, I don't know. Let's get it, let's go. dead. And should be fine. Yeah, I don't have a title screen. This is intended. Okay. We got another problem we are trying to fix though, right? Yeah, the enemies don't trigger the win condition now. For whatever reason. Also, I should copy this on every enemy. Okay. A simpler way would be to add a variable increase on every enemy. But I think it's better like this. Because I definitely realize if there is a problem in something. So cost, let's go with only one. It's a debug skill after all. You are dead. Ouch. Why the explosion? There shouldn't be an explosion, right? Oh well, you die. Yeah, oh, no. There is no win condition, but we can check it on the enemy list. The enemy list is on variable 27. Eight. So one of those is not dead. The second one. Why? Why did he not die? What happens if I kill them in a different order? I think that's how we should work on the testing. It would be nice if I cheated and moved me a little closer. Okay. Way better. Super explosion, you die. And you die as well. Oh! Weird! It only happens in the other order. That's interesting. Why does it only die if killed for first? I think this is a matter I could investigate out of stream. Probably I missed a setup of something. Okay. We are slowly going to the right direction. The last thing maybe is the enemy health bar was weird, right? Because now it's below, but I'm pretty sure, I swear later there is a different color. Not color, position. No, it's still here, weird. Let's see, if I go here, still there. Ah, the other goblin though is facing the other direction. Also, there is still the problem of the button not spawning. Oh, I see. Also, the text box that sometimes appears above, sometimes below. But there's a way to make it consistent. I just need to place a empty text box right before. An invisible one. I don't remember where. And it immediately stops. Okay. Now it will always appear below. Which I think it's a good position. So the information can appear below. You can see the undo box here. That's because there is a window box in the middle. I can just get rid of it. Sure. Super explosion it is. Yeah, investigate out of stream. I think I should stop here. I didn't do a lot, but it's honest work. Okay, I got a little stumped at start, but after I found the right formula, I went pretty nicely. I would say it's like a mix between hacking and spellcasting, the programming. Well, not really hacking, more like, how to say, investigations, a murder case, and spellcasting, programming. That's maybe a little too fancy as a comparison, but that's how I feel about it. Okay. That's everything for today. Let's see if we can ride someone. I think we can go to Pleasant Peasant. If the name is right. Okay, and that's everything for today. Thanks a lot for coming by. We will continue developing tomorrow at the same time. And we'll see you whenever happens.